Imagine you are in the very center of a storm on the open sea. The wind is howling, and the waves crash with such force that every second it feels like you might be swept to the bottom. In this situation, you can identify two types of people. Some fall into panic and allow fear to consume them, while others, despite the chaos, grip the helm tightly and chart a course through the storm, gritting their teeth and fixing their gaze on the horizon. The world is that very storm that will not calm down just because you want it to. If you do not take control of your thoughts, you will be engulfed by despair, doubts, and excuses. But here is the truth that few want to hear. Mental strength is not a gift. It is a muscle. If you do not train it, you become weak. The Stoics understood this many centuries ago. They did not seek a life without problems. They aspired to the ability to face any challenge without breaking down. They did not expect the sea to calm. They became sailors. This is the mindset you can adopt to achieve true personal freedom. Freedom is not the ability to do whatever you want without consequences. True freedom is the realization that nothing and no one has power over you. It means no longer being a slave to others' opinions, the fear of failure, or uncontrolled emotions. It means looking any storm in the eye and continuing to move forward. In this video, we will explore 9 lessons based on Stoic principles that will provide you with the tools to cultivate this unwavering mindset. These are not just pretty phrases to make you feel better for a few minutes. These are affirmations you must embody, live, and apply every day. So here's the deal. If you want to remain shipwrecked, you can leave now. But if you are ready to take the helm of your life and become someone who does not back down in the face of chaos, stay until the end. Because what follows could change everything. The first thing to do is to silence the voice of defeat inside your head. You have an inner voice that is not your friend. It is not on your side. It is the voice of defeat that whispers to you every time things get tough. It tells you that you are not good enough, that it is not even worth trying, that it is better to give up than to fail. If you do not silence it, it will grow stronger and take control of your life. It is what keeps you in your comfort zone. It is what prevents you from reaching your true potential. Stoicism clearly shows that your thoughts shape your reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." If you allow the voice of defeat to control your thoughts, you will lose because everything starts in the mind. Before you fail, you have already convinced yourself that it will happen. Before you give up, you have already told yourself that it is impossible. Before you decide not to try, you have already convinced yourself that it is not worth it. And here is the worst part. The voice of defeat does not come from nowhere. You feed it every day. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you give in to others' opinions, every time you procrastinate on what you know you should do, you give it more power. But there is a solution, and it is not magic. It is not easy. It is a war. Every time that voice tells you that you cannot, you challenge it. When it whispers that there is no point in trying, you take action. When it tries to fill you with fear, you use it as fuel. You cannot let it control your life, because if you do, you will become a prisoner in your own mind. The Stoics had a simple rule: control what you can and let go of what you cannot. You cannot control the world, but you can control your reaction to it. You cannot prevent doubts from arising, but you can decide whether to give them power or suppress them before they grow. Suppression means action. If you tell yourself that you cannot do something, you do it immediately. If you feel incapable, you take a step forward, not because it is easy, but because every time you do, you take power away from that voice. It is a brutal process, but it is the only way to win. Think of a warrior on the battlefield. If he listens to the voice of fear and obeys it, he dies. If he allows doubts to paralyze him, he loses before he even raises his sword. But if he ignores those voices, if he moves forward despite the fear, he becomes unstoppable. This is the mindset you need to cultivate. Every morning before the world hits you with problems, challenges, and unforeseen circumstances, you decide who will win today, you or the voice of defeat. And here is the task. The next time that voice tries to throw you off course, do the opposite. If it tells you to rest, work. If it says you can't, try. If it tells you to wait, move forward. Because every time you challenge it, it becomes weaker, and every time you push through despite it, you become stronger. The Stoics understood this well. The biggest battle always takes place within yourself, and if you do not win, no one else will do it for you. So stop looking for excuses. It doesn't matter how long you have been losing to that voice. It doesn't matter how many times it has dominated you in the past. The only thing that matters is what you do now. The voice of defeat is loud, but it is not stronger than you. Silence it, stand up, take action, and prove who is in charge here. The second thing, declare your strength every morning. Every day when you open your eyes, you stand on a battlefield. This is not a battlefield with swords and armor. It is a much more dangerous battlefield, the battlefield of your mind. And there are two types of warriors here. Those who wake up without purpose, without direction, and without control. Like disarmed soldiers waiting for life to tell them how they should feel, what to do, and what kind of day they will have. They live in delusion, falling into a cycle where everything depends on chance, on their mood upon waking, or on the problems that pile up on them. And then there are those who wake up with determination, clarity, and strength. These are the ones who, before even putting a foot out of bed, have already made a decision. Today, I decide how I feel. Today, I decide how I act. Today, I decide who I am. The Stoics understood this many centuries ago. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control who you are in the face of what happens to you. Marcus Aurelius wrote every morning in his meditations as a reminder of what truly matters. What you think at the beginning of the day determines how you will spend it. If you wake up with doubts, you carry those doubts throughout the day. If you wake up with weakness, you will act with weakness. If you wake up expecting life to be kind to you, you are signing your own death warrant because the world owes nothing to anyone. But if you rise with the conviction that you decide, that you control how you face every situation, then there is nothing that can defeat you. This is not empty optimism. It is a military strategy. Think of a commander before a battle. He does not wait to see what will happen. He does not allow his soldiers to wake up without direction. From the very first moment, he sets a plan, establishes the pace, declares victory even before the battle begins. You are the commander of your mind. If you do not give it orders, it will operate on autopilot, filled with doubts, insecurities, and thoughts you do not need. But if every morning you declare your strength, you clearly show who is in charge here. And it is not just about pretty words in front of the mirror. It does not mean saying, "I am strong," when inside you still feel weak. It is a declaration backed by action. If you say you are disciplined, prove it by getting up without delay. If you say you are unstoppable, start the day with strength, not wasting time on excuses. If you say today will be a good day, make it so, regardless of what happens. Here is your task. Tomorrow, before you touch your mobile phone, before you check social media, before you allow the world to bring its noise into your head, make a statement. Say out loud who you will be today. Not what you wish for, not what you expect, but who you will be. And then act accordingly, because freedom is not when life smiles at you. It is when, no matter what happens, you decide who you are. This is a declaration of your strength every morning, and when you do this, you have already won the battle before the day has begun. The third thing, walk like the giant you are. Imagine you enter a room full of people, and everyone is looking at you. You have not said a word or made a gesture, but within seconds, you have already been read. Before you open your mouth, your body is already speaking for you. Your posture, your gaze, your movements, all of this communicates something. Here is the problem. Most people walk as if they are asking for permission to exist. Hunched back, downcast eyes, uncertain steps. As if the world is doing them a favor by allowing them to be here, as if they are not valuable enough to occupy space. But you are not a shadow. You are not an extra in someone else's story. You are the main character of your life and must move accordingly. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus said, "Do not explain your philosophy, live it." Because true confidence is not demonstrated through words but through presence. You do not need to shout to be heard. You do not need to exaggerate to be respected. You simply need to be. Think of it this way. When a lion walks through the jungle, it does not need to roar to be recognized. It does not need to demonstrate itself because its presence alone speaks to who it is. You should move through the world in the same way, not out of arrogance, but out of absolute confidence that you belong wherever you step. Think of someone you admire who exudes strength effortlessly. It is not because of what they say, but because of how they move, how they look, how they establish themselves in a space without hesitation. And the truth is that this presence is not a gift that only a few are born with. It is something that is trained. Start with your posture. Keep your back straight, not like a robot, but with the confidence of someone who knows who they are. Walk with assured steps, not in a hurry, but without doubt. When you say, do not do this as if you are apologizing for your existence. And when you look someone in the eye, do not look away first. Not because it is a power game, but because the world should not intimidate you. This small change alters everything because the way you move affects how you think, and the way you think determines how you live. Try this the next time you enter a place. Do it as if you are a giant walking among shadows. You do not need to say anything. Just move with the confidence that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Because confidence is not given, it is decided. And the world responds to those who choose to walk with the weight of someone who knows they do not need to ask for permission. You are not small. You are not insignificant. Walk like the giant you are. The fourth thing, demonstrate through actions, not words. Words are worthless. Anyone can say they are going to do something, that they are going to change, that this time they are really serious. But what truly matters is not what you say, but what you do. Think about it. A hammer does not need advertising to prove its function. It does not shout about its ability to break stone. It simply breaks it. Your life should be the same. Less talk, more action. We live in an age where people talk too much. They promise, swear, announce their plans to the world, but when it comes time to act, there is nothing. It is like an empty drum, a lot of noise, but no substance. And this is where many get lost because they confuse talking about something with actually doing it. They deceive themselves into believing that expressing a desire is the same as working towards it. But here is the reality. Action is the only thing that matters. You can talk about wanting to become stronger, but if you do not train, you remain weak. You can say you want to improve your life, but if you repeat the same habits every day, you stay in the same place. Intent without action is just an illusion. And there is something worse. Talking about what you are going to do gives you a false sense of progress, as if by speaking it out loud, you are already closer to achieving it. It is a trap, an annoying distraction that makes you feel productive when, in reality, you have done nothing. The problem is that the more you fall into this trap, the harder it is to escape, because you become accustomed to living in words rather than actions. If you truly want results, train the discipline of silence. Not because you have something to hide, but because words without support mean nothing. Let your work speak for you. If you want to be respected, do not ask for it. Earn it through your actions. If you want to improve, do not announce it. Just do it. If you want to show who you are, let it be through what you build, not through what you say. Think of those who have truly achieved something in life. They are not the ones who make grand speeches about what they are going to do. They are the ones who work with dirty hands and in silence. They are the ones who, when they speak, do so with results, not empty promises. There is a simple rule. Do not promise, prove. Do not say you will wake up early. Wake up and do it. Do not announce that you are going to start a new habit. Just start. Do not ask for recognition. Achieve results. People can discuss what you say, but they cannot deny what you do. And this goes beyond the external. It is a commitment to yourself, because every time you say something you do not follow through on, you weaken your own confidence. You teach yourself that your words carry no weight, that what you say does not matter. And when this becomes a habit, you live a life where you are always waiting, always dreaming, always talking about what you will do someday, but never moving. Here is what is dangerous. Time does not wait. Every day you spend talking but not acting is a lost day. And if you continue like this, one day you will wake up and realize that everything you could have been has remained empty words. So here is your assignment. In the coming days, pay attention to how much you talk about what you want to do and how much you actually do. Reduce your words and increase your actions. Let the world see results before it hears promises. If you truly want to change something, start now, without announcements, without excuses. Just do it. Fifth, turn every obstacle into a stepping stone. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. It is heavy, steep, and relentless. At every step, you encounter rocks, cracks, and blocked paths. Some stop, curse their misfortune, and give up. Others look for the easiest way, hoping that life will present them with a ladder on a silver platter. But then there are those who understand the truth. Every obstacle is not a wall. It is a stepping stone. It is not there to stop you, but to make you stronger, to push you upward. This is one of the most powerful principles you can embrace. Everything that seems against you can actually propel you forward. Life is unfair. It does not care about what you want or what you wish would happen. It will challenge you, and in those moments, you must remember that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Every obstacle you face is a chance for learning and development. Instead of seeing them as barriers, perceive them as steps on your path to success. When you encounter difficulties, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can this make me stronger? This mindset will help you overcome any challenges and move forward. Sixth, surround yourself with the right people. The people you spend time with have a huge impact on your thinking and behavior. If you want to grow and develop, you need to be among those who support you, inspire you, and push you to take action. Avoid toxic people who drag you down and make you doubt yourself. Instead, seek those who believe in you and your dreams, who are ready to support you in tough times. Seventh, learn from your mistakes. Mistakes are not the end of the world. They are opportunities for growth. Every time you fail, you gain valuable experience that will help you in the future. Instead of fearing mistakes, embrace them as part of the process. Analyze what went wrong and use that experience to improve your actions in the future. Remember that great achievements often come after many failures. Eighth, stay persistent. Success rarely comes instantly. It requires time, effort, and perseverance. When you face difficulties, do not give up. Keep moving forward, even if the path seems tough. Persistence is the key to achieving your goals. Every step you take brings you closer to success, even if it seems small. Ninth, practice gratitude. It is important to remember what you already have and to appreciate it. Gratitude helps you focus on the positive aspects of your life and reduces stress. Every day, take time to think about what you are grateful for. It can be something simple, like the support of friends or the opportunity to learn and grow. Gratitude helps you maintain a positive mindset and strengthens your inner resilience. So, in conclusion, remember that your life is the result of your thoughts and actions. You have the power to change your reality if you are willing to work on yourself and embrace challenges. Apply these 9 lessons based on Stoic principles, and you will be able to create an unshakable mindset that will help you overcome any difficulties. Do not forget that you are the captain of your ship. Your life is your journey, and only you decide how it will look. So take the helm in your hands and move forward despite the storm. You are capable of more than you think.